Hello, welcome. It is me, Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Welcome back if you are old, and welcome if you are new. If you are waiting for a fresh new start, a cosmic reset, a chance to finally move forward, this is the week that you should be paying attention to because we have Aries. Well, it's Aries season. And happy solar return to all my Aries too. Happy solar return to you. That's really exciting. But this is a brand new astrological year. This is a energy of new beginnings, a cycle, a zodiac cycle of new beginnings. But it's not also about new beginnings. It's also about closure this week too. We have the sun, and it's going to be conjunct Neptune and the sign Pisces. This is double endings, and it's at 29 degrees. So, what about this? Is a huge closing of something, an ending of something, and we'll get into that as we get into this video. So let's get started. Oh, also I have horoscopes because you guys love your horoscopes. So let's get started.
3, 2, 1.
I love you.
Okay, so here are the dates. March 17th, we have the sun conjunct the North Node. Then the sun will be a Cazimi. And it's conjunct the North Node, it will be a Cazimi too. On the 19th, the sun will be a Cazimi with Neptune. And that is the big one to look for as well, because that is the ending, because it's at 29 degrees. This is a big deal, okay? March 20th, we have our spring solstice and our happy New Year's for everyone. And the sun is entering Aries, and we'll talk about what that means as a general energy, okay? On the 22nd, the sun will conjunct Venus retrograding in Aries. And on the 24th, the sun will conjunct Mercury retrograding in Aries. Mercury and Venus are sitting pretty close, so we will have this energy while they're retrograding the whole time, which I've discussed several times in several videos. Check out my Venus retrograding video. It is very detailed. It gives you the horoscopes. And also I have a Mercury retrograding video that also gives the horoscopes. I know you're here now and you're like, well, I don't want to watch that video. But if you really want to know the tea, if you want to know why you got in a car accident, why you're impatient, why you're arguing, why your spouse or your relative, or not your relative, but your loved one or your partner is selfish, go ahead and move into that video, okay? So now let's get into the current dates here. And let me go into now, which is March 17th. We have the sun that is conjunct the North Node. I talked about this in my last week's video. Then you probably already know this, but the North Node is also it's connected to the eclipse, but it's also about our karmic growth. It's about the collective and the individual soul's path. Okay, in this lifetime, what we're supposed to be doing to move forward, and what is our natural aligned energy is supposed to be doing. Okay, it's like our GPS. Okay, our navigation. It's our higher spiritual evolution. So yeah, so now the sun is sitting there and it's highlighting what are you meant to do. The confusion may be there. There's conjunctions are good and bad, right? So conjunctions, but they're very strong. So you may be lost in the sauce because that's what Pisces represents, or you might be highly intuitive, okay? Yeah, and it just makes me think of what I personally gone through, me listening to this book that I'm reading at night and listening to it in the daytime. And I'm like, it's so in tune to my spirit. That is that sun conjunct the North Node in the sign Pisces, okay? But there is going to be this natural ability that is causing you to see light in what you're meant to do. And you're happy about that. There's clarity because the sun will bring clarity when it's conjunct. Now, when it's in Pisces, that clarity may be lost as well. So there's two directions that this can go to. This could be a highly intuitive energy for your life's past, or this could be lost in the sauce for your life's past, right? Now, Pisces themes on a positive side, it's about compassion, empathy, a spiritual connection. There's creativity, there's art, there's music, there's imagination. Also, it's a healer of the zodiac too. There's Pisces and Virgo, they're on the same line, their axis, and they both are the healers of the zodiac. So there could be a healing aspect. Pisces also represents your dreams, your intuition, mysticism, things that are very unknown and you can't speak of. You have these natural abilities, but they're lost in the sauce when it comes to clear communication. But you can feel it, you can smell it, you can sense it. It has that sixth that sixth sense, okay? Not the sick sense, the sixth sense. Number 2, 5, 6, okay? Collective healing, and also there is a energy of the victims, and there's charity for the victims, okay? So you do have that. Now that is what the Pisces themes represents on a positive side, right? So there could be a collective awakening for the collective as being compassionate and being called to surrender or have empathy, or maybe there's like a global charity or awakening happening, something very spiritual. It's also dealing with illusions and having the spiritual truth for illusions, and maybe you're exposed from the negativity. You have awareness. Maybe like if you're watching YouTube, because you're on my YouTube, maybe there's something that's enlightened you as well that could be happening today in regards to your future and this lifetime. Okay. Also, there's divine timing with this, because you are talking about today is supposed to be some natural ability or this natural energy that's supposed to align you with something, and the sun is highlighting it. And so there could be some divine timing, like you're here at the perfect time to work on whatever it is you're supposed to work on in this future. Now, that is for the collective, and individually, it's talking about your destiny. It could be awakened today. Okay, you finally see your soul's purpose. There could be some healing, some deep healing. There could be some closure, some forgiveness, some spiritual wounds being healed in order for you to pursue whatever you're supposed to pursue, your goals. Okay. What else do we have? Oh, creativity, which I talked about. Letting go of any type of egos too, because the sun represents your ego. Wherever the sun goes, okay, and the sun is sitting here next to this north node today, 27 degrees. 27 degrees is a 24, 25, 26, 27. Ooh, it's something that's dealing with communication, something that could be dealing with your siblings, your community, could be dealing with something with cars, your way, the day-to-day transportation. And while this is happening, maybe your siblings calling you and they're bringing something true to light to your divine timing or what you're meant to do. Or maybe you're reading a book, because that is a Gemini degree, and so something with literally reading a book or is communicating to you, showing like this is what you're meant to do, this is what's supposed to happen. Okay, there could be an email coming your way, a text message coming your way, your siblings could be calling you, someone in your neighborhood or your community could be explaining something that is aligned in your future today. Okay, so that's what you have. Now the negative side, because there's always two sides to a conjunction. And the negative side is that it could be that you're lost in the sauce. There's fogginess, there's confusion, also a sense of insecurity. And it makes you want to go ahead and escape and do drugs, because you're just like, I can't, that could be a whole discussion too. Maybe there is this energy that you're supposed to be doing something with someone who has an addiction problem, or someone who is, something with addiction could also be involved with this too. Okay. You could be the healer, you could be the one working with it. Or on a negative side, you could be the one doing addiction, and it makes you very sensitive. Speaking of, on the 19th, this is where I think it gets more serious about the sensitivity. And I'm just going to tell you guys that on the 19th, no alcohol, no drugs. Okay. No, if you have a prescription drug, if you can skip it, if possible. If you can't, that's understandable. But if you can, you just know, and if you are, understand that your body is extra sensitive that day, because the sun is going to be sitting right here at 29 degrees, which this is not showing the exact 29. So let's make it more exact. Let's see, 29 degrees. Come on. Here we go. Bam. It's sitting here. They're both at 29 degrees. If you don't have to know astrology for me to understand what I'm going to explain to you, okay? This is the sun, and this is tomorrow on the 19th. The sun is currently in a sign Pisces, and this is Neptune. Neptune is currently in a sign Pisces. They're both at 29 degrees, okay? Pisces represents the end of the zodiac. That's why when the sun enters Aries, that's really the New Year's. Okay, that's for fresh starts and new beginnings. That's why you have spring. A lot of religious different cultures and religion believe in a new birth, a new time. That's why we have Easter. That's really representing a new year. Okay, now when you have 29 degrees is also an ending too. Each zodiac sign goes from 1 to 30 degrees, and at 29 degree is really the ending, and then it goes into the next degree, which is the next zodiac sign. So also that represents ending. So you have Pisces that represents ending, then you have 29 degrees that represents ending, or a closure of something, okay? An ending of something. It could be a physical ending or a spiritual ending, an emotional ending, psychological ending, or a closure of some sort. Okay. And not only that, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So Neptune is double dosage of Pisces. So it's extra, extra strong. Okay. Now, this can mean two things. Remember, I just told you when the sun was conjunct, when the sun was conjunct the North Node, I told you what that represents, and that was just today on the 17th. Now on the 19th, when 19th comes, the sun is at a cazimi with Neptune. Cazimi is at the heart of the sun. Now, I still think there could be two things happening here, okay? First, let me just say that when you have this conjunction, I think I said this, it's very strong and it could be good or bad. So I have to give that disclaimer already. So that is what we have coming up on the 19th. And you're going to, the sun moves every day. So you're going to feel it this day. You usually don't feel it. And you probably already have some confusion coming up. But because we have this sun sitting next to that North Node, the confusion shouldn't be there, but it may be for some people, okay? But what this represents on the 19th is that this could be a spiritual king, because the sun represents like a leader of some sort. So there could be some spiritual king or some type of like overseer who's like a prophet or some sort that could be coming to light. This also represents the addict, okay? Someone who's addicted to something. And the sun, wherever it touches, it highlights. And Neptune and Pisces, they don't like to be, that energy doesn't like to be lit, okay? It wants to be dim. It doesn't want you showing. It's like, what? We're in the closet over here. Why are you bringing the sun? You're not even bringing the sun. It's like not a flashlight. It's like, boom, it's like you have those pickup trucks and they have all those lights at the top, and you're bringing it into the small closet. That's basically what you're doing, okay? And so then you can see all the secrets, all the skeletons in the closet, okay? Also there could be a perception of reality and vision happening here, because there's illusions when you have Pisces. Okay, so Pisces also represents Hollywood, okay? Pisces also represents when you see glamour, it's very Pisces. So, I take off my wig, I take off my contacts, I take off my nails, I take off my push-up bra, and voila, you get the real me. That's an illusion. And Pisces also represents an illusion. So there could be some highlighting things on Hollywood, or highlighting some things dealing with anything that's an illusion or a secret, okay? Now, Pisces also represents releasing and letting go. So there could be some clarity on what you need to release and what you need to end. Remember, I told you Pisces, Neptune, 29, ending, okay? And we'll get a little bit more about that. So maybe you're being guided into something spiritually, because that Neptune, that Pisces is a very spiritual energy, and the sun is your life, and it's giving you energy. It's giving you the drive. It's a higher octave of Mars to really pursue something, and it could be something spiritually, okay? Now, this sun also could be highlighting a lot of fogginess, a lot of confusion, a lot of lost in the sauce, a lot of insecurities. That can also, or a lot of insecurity, or like things that are very lacking. I guess that's the same as insecurities. There could be a huge secret being revealed. I'm ready to see this tea. Okay, I am a nosy creature, so I'm always sitting here like taking the popcorn, like, oh, what happened? Okay, so something big could be released. Okay, also there could be like a trance of some sort that could be happening. Pisces represents endless amount, no boundaries. So there could be some highlighting energy on things that are like no boundaries kind of energy. Okay. Let me see. Yes, it could be a focus on people who don't have a backbone, insecurity, a corruption of some sort. It also could highlight creativity. And when I say creativity, like maybe a director who has a great film, or someone who's really tapped into their fantasy in a good or bad way, someone who's really connected to their dreams, and maybe you'll want to be stuck in your dreams, or you're highlighting your dreams. Something, again, spirituality, media, television, film, all that represents Pisces because it gets you trapped. When people say I binge watch, that's Pisces energy because they're binge watching TV and they're stuck. Even TikTok gives you an illusion of something. So social media can give you an illusion of something. Just be aware that your body is physically sensitive on the 19th, okay? Because the sun represents your body, especially if you have strong Pisces placements or Neptune is in your first house, or Neptune is involving anything dealing with your body. If you have Neptune conjunct your sun on your chart, this could be affecting you because now it's sitting close to the sun and there's a strong intense is not the word, that's more Pluto, but a strong sense of something. Okay. Yes. Now intense is the word for the degree. Okay. So 29 degrees is a strong degree. Okay. 29 degrees is going to bring the energy of ending. Hurry up. I have to finish here. Okay. So not only is something closing, but there is an urgency to close it out. So we do have that. Now let me just see what else I have in my notes. Oh, okay. I know, I'm not sure if I said this, but there's two sides, right, to any conjunctions. There's a negative and a positive side, right? So there's the energy that you could be really aware spiritually. There's something that's said, something that's not said, but you feel it. Like you're in tune with the person. You know when someone's lying. Your intuition is at its highest. You feel so in tune. That is an awareness that could strongly happen to a lot of people. And then on the other side, also too, there's a sense of charity and compassion for the oneness, because Neptune represents oneness. Now, on the negative side, it could be wanting to withdraw, wanting to be in solitude, wanting to be alone, wanting to not reality. So you're using substance, you're using TV, you're using binge watching, you're using fantasy. All that could be happening because you're avoiding conflict, because you rather seek solitude and you rather avoid what's happening because you're overly sensitive to what's going on. So be aware of that. We'll talk about what you can do with that in a minute. But yes, also allergies could be really sensitive that day because the sun is representing the body. Okay. So yeah, there could be a revolution of truth. I do think that we'll see some secrets coming out. Just check the headlines, y'all. Jupiter's in Gemini. We're going to check the headlines, okay? There could be an end of spiritual or emotional cycle, for yourself or others. Exposure of hidden agendas and false narrative. The fog could be lifting, okay? Deep collective grief, because Neptune in Pisces does represent a grief of some sort. So there could be that, or a compassion of some sort. Again, dreams, psychic ability, sensitivity, a spiritual download, all that can be happening. Yes, all that. And then I said 29 degrees, ending degrees. Also, this is very important. Okay, you guys, this is the last time in this lifetime that the sun will conjunct Neptune. Okay, the next time we get this in the sign Pisces, it will be 160 years from now. Okay, so this is a huge deal. So everyone take advantage. This is on the 19th of March. Okay, everyone take your notes. See what the T is on for you personally. There will be a veil lifted. So are you going to be seeing it? Are you going to be aware? Okay. And let me see. Yeah. So let's see what kind of media or like government deceptions that could be coming on that's misleading. Something with social media. Maybe it's something with celebrities. Maybe something politically. I'm sure a lot of people dislike the Republicans and the Democrats, or vice versa. So that could be some awareness of what's going on for SM. Yeah. What else do we have? If there's like a false prophet, that could be bringing some awareness. Okay. Remember I said grief. Okay. Anything creative and artistic and magical, all could be happening with this too. Okay. So yeah, that's what we have. Let me see. Yeah, I talked about substance abuse, addiction. There could be this victim mentality because that Pisces energy is very like, well, it's me. It's, it's hurting me. And you know what? I just can't handle this. Just give me more alcohol. It could be that. A lot of confusion, a lot of manipulation, are highlighting who is manipulating who. Just be aware that our people really want to be left alone. Okay. So we have that. Let me see what we have. Okay, listen, if you are more on the negative side of this, okay, if you start to see like, oh my gosh, I really feel insecure today, or I'm really confused, you want to focus on grounded energy. You want to focus on tangible, practical results. Okay, so not practical is not the word, tangible. So if you cannot physically touch this rock, okay, if you're like, this rock is okay, how can I explain this? Okay. So if you're scared of something and it's all in your head, right? This is what this conjunction is bringing you on the 19th. It's bringing you fear. If you physically cannot touch it, let it go. Okay. If it is not a physical, tangible, grounding energy, then you got to let it go. If you cannot see that it is physically real, that day, let it go. Now, if it's on the positive side and it is giving you positivity, it is giving you awareness, it is giving you clarity, you jump in. Okay. But if it's bringing you insecurity, if it's bringing you fear, and it is not a tangible fear, meaning like an earthquake did not happen and a roof did not fall on your head, okay? If that does not happen, but you are like, I'm scared of an earthquake, and an earthquake it's not even here, let it go, okay? That is something that's not tangible, so you want to be more grounded in your thoughts and your feelings, okay? And that will help you be more on the positive side and not on the negative side of the conjunction. We are all human. We'll get more into that a little bit later. Okay, so let me talk about the March 20th. But do know that that's a big one coming up this week. And then we get on to March 20th. We have a happy solar return to all my Aries. The sun enters Aries. And I just want to tell you quickly that Aries represents a lot of things. Also, too, I'm doing this whole book thing because I have a Mars in Gemini and a Venus in Gemini. That basically means I love to read, right? So I'm connecting books with zodiac signs and astrology. I explain that. I've already started this series, so go ahead and check that out. It's called Zodiac something aligned with the stars. Zodiac reads books that are aligned with the stars. Okay, a long title. I should have reduced that. Maybe I will one day. Anyway, but I already talked about Pisces, and now I'll connect some books and literature with Aries. But that's a side note. Just want you to know that. But let me tell you about Aries alone. Okay, so Aries rules your head. Because remember, it's the beginning of the zodiac. Pisces rules your feet. Okay, so sun. So on the 19th, you may have some feet issues because it does represent feet in the ending. Okay, but the Aries rules the head, so there could be some head injuries. It rules the roof, the top. Ahead, the top, okay, rules that too. It represents your face, a lot of things of your face. Now we have Mercury retrograding in Aries, we have Venus retrograding in Aries, we have Chiron in Aries. A few things are in Aries, okay, and two of these planets are in not working as best. So just be aware of the face. Don't try anything new. Don't be impulsive with your face, is what I'm trying to tell you, because the sun is what everyone can see. Okay. So I ridiculously, because I'm a spontaneous person, last time Mars was retrograding in Aries, I spontaneously went with my sister-in-law to get my nose pierced. That didn't work out for the best. Blood gushing, sore. Oh, it was horrible. Okay. Why? Okay. Anyway, but Mars, well, Mars is the ruler of Aries, okay? And Mars is also the god of war, okay? It represents the warrior. So that's the best part about Aries. But the negative part is also it's a destroyer, right? It likes to destroy things, it likes to attack. It's very assertive. That's positive. But then there's a struggle here, okay? Aries represents leaders, okay? It also is a lot of activity. So just like a lot of activity, and it's not afraid at all. It's the daredevil of the zodiac. So it likes to grab the bulls by the horns, okay? Also with Aries, there's an awakening, like spring. There is an awakening energy. It's very spontaneous. It's very enthusiastic. It has achievement. It wants to achieve things. It has a conquest to achieve things. And it's also about I want. Like if Aries can say a quote, it would say I want. And it would say it so fast, okay? Aries is a fire sign. So fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this also represents you, right? You're very passionate, you're very energetic, you're very courageous, you're very fearless, you're very inspiring, you're independent, you're impulsive. Well, that is what the collective is going to be feeling as a collective when the sun enters Aries, okay? Now, it's a masculine sign too. So masculine signs are fire signs and air signs, okay? They're more about the extroverted energy, okay? They're very assertive, there's expression, they're very expressive, they speak, they act and engage, there's communication. Very energetic, very dynamic. It's all about the outside for a masculine energy. Everything's outside, everything's external, everything's about the people. Okay. Yes, they're very connected to the people, where the opposite energy, the water signs and the earth signs, are more internal and thinking it within. Okay. Now, Aries is also a cardinal sign. Cardinal sign, not only is Aries the first zodiac sign, and it represents one. It's also a cardinal sign. So it's the strongest cardinal sign of all the cardinal signs. The other cardinal signs is Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Okay. All these cardinal signs somewhat like to start things. They're the trailblazers, they're the pioneers. They like to move forward, they like to create change. There's action, there's focus. They're very into results oriented energy. They want to see progress, they want to see things happen. Okay. They're not just like, let's sit back and let it dream. No, during Aries season, it's all about, come on, let's do this. Okay. They can struggle though with the follow through. Great starting energy, but can it finish? Okay. So that would be the negative thing about Aries. But guess what? The sun loves to be in a sign Aries. Okay. Because the sun is a higher octave of Mars. So Mars is actually looking up to the sun like, wow, I wish I could be you. Okay. So the sun in Aries is very positive. Okay. The sun's favorite place to be is where it gets its power. There's vitality, there's confidence. All of that is peaked here. Okay. This planet is honored and empowered and able to express its best qualities without restraint. It's like, Aries, you know what? I'll entertain you. You can come live in my home all you want, and you can be your true self. Aries is like, thank you, I love it here. Aries didn't really like being in Pisces. The sun didn't like being in Pisces. It was just like, oh my gosh, this is so dark. So dark here. Okay. And the sun represents ourself. It represents our identity, our life force, willpower, leadership, purpose. It's a sign of action, courage, and new beginnings. It now meets leadership. It now meets our life. It now meets our identity. So what does that mean, Danyell, when I say all that? Aries is going to fuel us. It's going to give us drive as a collective. Now you have Mercury retrograding in Aries. You have Venus retrograding in Aries. And we've already have, not all retrogrades are, energy is bad. Like we had the marathon, and I bet you a lot of people felt inspired to keep pushing and keep driving and keep, that is Aries energy. Okay. Aries is, again, is ruled by Mars. So there's action, courage, and passion. And the sun is going to be like, you can be brave. You can do it. There's momentum with risk. Okay, you're scared to do it? No, but this is the time to start the new venture, baby. Aries is like, let's get it started. Aries is that person on the side of the marathon going, you can do it. Come on, come on. We're going to have that collective energy during Aries season, okay? So this is a time to take a stand. This is a time to take charge. This is a time to start something new. This is a time to give yourself life, energy, okay? That's why the sun seems brighter. That's why we have the time change. And the sun is here longer because we are outside. We're using this masculine energy, okay? This is a great quote, right? It says, I am here. I deserve to shine. I'm ready to take action, okay? There's natural leadership. There's confidence. There's pioneers. There's charisma. There's your ability to not just be inspired, but to inspire others, because that's what that Aries energy is pushing. It's about being bold. It's about being fearless. Also, too, it's about exercising that body. Aries energy, a lot of Aries energy are athletes. So when you get this Aries energy, you might start losing weight. You might start working out. A lot of people in springtime start to prepare for summertime, actually, too. So you do that. You have physical energy. You're very ambitious. You're very motivated. You're ready to pursue your goals. Capricorn is really about the long-term goals. That's why during Capricorn season, which is New Year's Eve, everyone writes down their goals. And but that's more the planning. This is the physical energy of doing it. Okay. So New Year energy, but fueled with fire and determination. Okay. So we have that. Now let's talk about the shadow side of Aries. Okay. So while the sun is in Aries, that's the positive side of it, right? On the negative side, you could be impulsive. You could be reckless. You could be aggressive. You could be angry. A lot of just like saying things without thinking. Okay. There is that energy. And it just like clumsy and hurting yourself because you're not planning things out. You're just on the go without taking your time. A lot of impatience. So people could be really impatient. They're like, hurry up, get to the point. And you're like, well, that's rude. Well, because it's Aries season, baby, and I ain't got no time. Okay. So Mercury's in Aries. So communication, driving, people moving fast, aggression. Take your time, move slow, please, because let everyone else move fast. You take your time. Also, Aries is about the self. It's about the singular individual. So there could be selfishness. There's about me first, me. All I care about is me. You can have that energy. Be aware of that. Okay. You don't have to be that way. Or, maybe some people do need to be a little selfish. just be aware that it could be extreme when the sun enters Aries, okay? But on a positive side, this is a time to take action, set some new goals, step into the leadership, be bold, be authentic, speak your truth, don't dim your light, because it's really about the self and really growing and starting something new, okay? Also just manage the anger, manage the being impulsive, manage the rushing fast. I can't express that more. Now, the ruler of Mars, while the sun is in Aries, the ruler of Mars is in Cancer. So that's very important. And if Mars in Cancer has some negative aspects, so it is squaring this energy here. So when the sun moves over and these planets move over, it's squaring our Chiron. So pursuing things that are about healing abilities could be distracting a little bit, just so you know. And we'll get into that into the other weeks that we have. But let me see what else we have. New beginnings, courage, leadership, passion, drive, independence, raw honesty and directness. Okay, so again, you're speaking your truth. It could be hurting others or it could be really benefiting you. Now, as a collective, people might be fighting more. Aquarius represents the rebellion and taking strikes and all that stuff, but people might be willing to fight for causes that they don't normally speak out for. Okay, so there could be some more calling for justice or protests, or that could be happening. More fiery debates, more conflict, more physical fights. If you are driving and you see people get into physical fights, if you're out in these streets and people are in, that is that Aries energy. Okay, but you will see something with leaderships. Something with leadership is going to start. Okay, it will be more aggressive or something new. There may be a new leader coming, because that's what you have with this Aries energy. Okay, so new leader or like a fresh start of something. Something is going to start, whether it's you personally, you starting something new in your life, or you would notice TikTok started this new this. Instagram started this new this. A lot of new things will be coming out during Aries season, because Aries represents the newness. Okay. Yes. And it'll come really fast. It's like you didn't even get a warning. It just did this. Very impulsive energy. But there's also, as a collective, a lot of people focusing on the self and personal power, autonomy, personal freedom. I want my own boundaries. I'm fighting back against any control that could be happening. Okay. So what does it mean for you personally, though? It's a time to set some intentions for the year ahead. This is the actual new year. Okay. You did the planning in Capricorn season, and if you didn't, it's fine, because Aries is gonna move fast. It's gonna be like, well, you know what? You don't have to think about it. Come on, just do it. So there is some power and energy there, and you want to use that personally for yourself to start this zodiac new year. So take the energy, because it gives you confidence, and you're very fearless during Aries season. So that could be happening. And you're setting goals, you're being bold, you're owning your own power, you're facing your fears. All that could be happening. Just try not to step on other people's toes. Try not to be selfish. The anger, the impatience, just work on that. Okay. So also, while the sun is in Aries, it's going to be doing a lot of things. Okay. The next day, the sun is going to be conjunct Venus. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then it's going to conjunct Mercury. I've done videos on these two. These two are hugging pretty close. So Venus and Mercury retrograding together, they're holding close together. This represents, if we're talking about Trump in politics, because I'm an American, this represents our allies and how that situation is going on. So a lot of discussion of new tariffs, right? Because Mercury also represents trade. Okay, trade and commerce. So all that is what you get as a collective. On an individual level, which I've talked about this several times, this could be like a new argument, someone wanting their own freedom. Someone's like, why do I need to be with you? That kind of energy could be a very selfish energy, could be happening here when it comes to your loved ones or someone you're with. And it could be a business partner too, or something with aesthetics, and you're being very, you're buying without thinking. And the aesthetics is like you're not thinking about it, you're just being very impulsive with it. Okay. So you do have that. And let me see, reevaluating of love relationships, reclaiming self-worth, relationship wake-up calls, an old lover or friend may be coming back because it is a retrograde. And you're like, I'm going to rewrite my own story. Okay. I said what I said. Okay. Venus retrograde in Aries is like, I am a bold, strong woman. And I ain't having it. Okay. But the sun is going to enter the building. And when the sun conjuncts that, we'll get into that. Mercury conjunct that, the sun Kazemi with Mercury too. Okay. A lot of breakthroughs. It could be more internal though. But it could be a lot of breakthroughs and being bold and a lot of things in the news too. Mercury sitting close to the sun also could be like things that are in the news. It could be unfiltered conversation, people from your past, again, calling you, texting you, emailing you. That could be happening too. I want you to understand that we do have an eclipse in Aries, and that's going to be on the 29th. I've already done a video on that, and there are horoscopes on that as well. We just finished an eclipse, but now we have a new eclipse coming up because it's eclipse season. In Aries, this is all about yourself versus a relationship, okay? Being strong self, everything that I discussed in Aries, that is what that represents. Also, too, the sun will be sitting there and it will conjunct Chiron in Aries. So that is a highlighting your healing, okay? Chiron represents healing of the self and your identity. Leadership wounds are some courage that needs to be seen here, okay? Or starting some new courage to help you with some healing here, okay? Let me see. I have some affirmations for Aries seasons, okay? Okay, here's my affirmation. You can say this several times during Aries season to really help you, okay? I'm bold, fearless, and ready to act. That's one. I choose courage over comfort. That's two. I lead my life with passion and purpose. That's three. And the last one, I trust myself to take the first step. Okay, I'm a cardinal sign. I'm a Cancer sign. So I love new beginnings. I love starting fresh. So spring equinox, I am here for it. Okay. Yes. Now, for spring equinox is also what we call this Aries season, and that's what we also call the New Year. If you didn't know, there's two equinoxes, right? There is this equinox here that happens. Well, if I'm used to the zodiac, if it's okay, I won't show it on the chart because it's not in the right time. But on the opposite side of Aries is Libra. So you have the spring equinox and you have the fall equinox, right? And that is when when it's a fall equinox, it's more nighttime. Nighttime takes longer, and when it's the spring equinox, the sun takes longer. So I'm very positive, and it brings a closer connection to summertime, summer solstice. I love it. Okay, so we have that. Okay, all right, moving on. Let me see what else. During the spring equinox, though, there's a cosmic reset, a time for new beginnings. There is a balance of light and dark. I'm sorry, the solstice is where the sun is out longer. Not the equinox. Equinox means balance, and that represents the Libra. Libra brings the balance, but there is a balance of light and dark. Sorry, so a balance of inner harmony and outer harmony. Okay, equinox means equal day and night, and it's a reminder to bring balance at work, for yourself, for your rest, giving and receiving, and action and reflecting. And that's what spring equinox represents too. Again, I told you what Aries represents: action, courage, passion, all that. Shedding the old, because we just had a closure with Pisces. Pisces is an ending of some sort, and it's going to be a hard ending because it's going to be conjunct at Neptune. And now it's time to embrace the new. So we just shook it off, dusted off, and now we are getting up and starting anew. So this is a rebirth. Spring equinox represents a rebirth, okay? Starting new, okay? Let me see what else we have. Let me see. It says some rituals that I wrote down. There is like, because you are dealing with a fire sign, you could do like a fire ritual, like you can write your goals and burn it. I'm not really into like burning my new goals. I want to keep them. But I think you can write down your goals in the sun with some heat, so you can have some passion, some passion. You can have that vitamin D and set it out there, and even say it out loud to empower yourself too. Okay. Now let's move on to March 22nd. March 22nd is when we also have what I was talking about earlier, and that's when the sun is sitting there at the Cazimi with Venus retrograding. And major themes, again, I talked about relationships because Venus represents relationships. So there could be like, okay, the sun is highlighting what's going on with you in this relationship. Venus also represents harmony and balance, and now there is a balance that you need to have. The sun is like, you weren't balancing yourself, sis, and you need to have some courageous or start something new when it comes to having some some harmony and balance. Now the sun in Aries is also going to highlight Venus. Venus represents finances. So there could be something of like, what is your value? What are you worth? What do you value? What are your finances? There could be something starting new, or something that you're really being bold and courageous on, or you're like, you know what, I've decided to be selfish with my money. We're not sharing our money anymore. Okay. There's an energy of self-love and radical self-respect, both truths and love, what's real, what's not. Because Aries is going to be brutally honest. And that sun is going to make it shine the true honesty. Okay. Now this is a very feminine and masculine energy kind of power dynamic, because Venus could represent, even though it's a masculine sign, there's aesthetics, there's beauty, there's art, there's creativity. And the masculine energy is like, okay, well, what are we doing with it? Okay, so it could be like an aggressive feminine energy, like you're aggressively going hard with the aesthetics. Okay, so that could be happening as well. Let me see what we have: financial power struggles, love and relationship drama, feminine power, self-worth energy, justice, because Venus also represents court, justice. So there could be something dealing with law. If you guys are following the Blake Lively thing, this could be a big thing with Blake Lively. Or like wanting your independence in a relationship. And we could be seeing some celebrities or some politicians who are like, you know what, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't want to be a part of this team anymore. I don't like my VP anymore, that kind of thing. Okay. Now on the 24th, we have another Cazimi. And now the sun, which was already sitting kind of close to, is sitting next to Mercury. It's at 4 degrees. 4 degrees is a Cancer degree, so it represents home, something from the past, something where you feel safe and secure. Also could be the themes of safety, security, emotion, sensitivity, parents, like your mom and dad, because they could represent a form of safety and security, something from your ancestry too, okay? So in this themes of this conjunction, now the sun sitting close to Mercury here, again, something in the news, and it might be said that's not true. And because Mercury is retrograding, it might be like, oh, never mind. Like we said that, but never mind. So someone could be tweeting something because it's in Aries. It's very impulsive. So I just see Twitter. It's called X, but I could just see someone moving fast, like and then be like, oh, never mind. I take that back. Or posting something and be like, oh, never mind. I take that back. Okay, that could be happening, but it's some true tea. It's like, oh my gosh, this is some impulsive tea. That could be happening with this. So bold truth telling, say it like it is. The whistleblowers might be coming out, okay? Because the whistleblowers are not going to be living in fear, okay? So there could be direct, no nonsense kind of communication, no apologies given, okay? I said what I said. I'm backtracking, but I said what I said, okay? Mental breakthroughs, there could be clarity through this fire energy. So clarity through the energetic or passion kind of energy, or the creativity or the motivation. Okay. Again, retrogrades is always like redoing. So it's like, okay, we had this argument and we're gonna have this argument again. Yes, because Mercury is retrograding. So we about to be more honest. Because you know what? I wasn't quite honest last time, but now we're gonna be more honest. Okay. Yes, who am I? Who do I stand for? That could be like the theme of the conversation too. Yes, very hot-headed words, arguments, ego clashes, because people are being so honest. That could be happening. There could be some bold public statements. Maybe there's some debates happening, because Mercury does represent debates. So I'm here for all that. And it could be dealing with leaders. Some leaders are debating online, and it was so impulsive and so spontaneous. Like, where did this come from? Okay. Now, Mercury does represent speech, and now there is a highlighted on who is the boss of the speech, who is the leader of the speech, who is controlling. Controlling may not be it, but someone really telling the truth when it regards to some form of communication or social media could be happening. Conflicts over identity. Aries does represent the self, the identity self, so there could be something with that. And that is what we have. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so that is what we have. And you guys, sun entering Aries again, spring equinox again, Neptune and the sun conjunct this week. all of this is really big. I just want you to understand you're talking about a big ending and being like, pow, a new beginning. Now, Saturn this year will be entering Aries, so it will be very serious about the self and limitations on the self. And also, too, I do see some like wars at the borders of some sort. That's what that Saturn in Aries represents. So we have a lot of energy. This is just an introduction already of what Aries energy is going to be like, because Neptune soon will be entering Aries and Saturn will be entering Aries. So everyone, whatever you're feeling collectively during Aries energy, remember it, okay? Because the other two planets are coming in Aries and we can kind of see what it's going to be like, okay? Yeah, but if you want more information about any of this, if you're like, I want to know about myself, you know, I have readings. You can book a reading. I talk about a lot of this stuff in my community, and that is $4.99 a month, okay? So you can go ahead and slip on in there and we get more deep, we get more detailed. I'm going to break this down even more in my group, okay? Yeah, also too, you guys, do your due diligence as a YouTube watcher. I'm about to do horoscopes, okay? But before I do the horoscopes, I need you guys to like, subscribe, share this video, you know, because other people like astrology too, okay? Yeah, and also too, before we get into the horoscopes, I want you to understand that I want you to, first sign up for my newsletter, okay? Because I give you the weekly transits. Also, that helps me stay in touch with you. You can watch this video now. You can be like, oh, I'm going to subscribe. I'm subscribing. Okay, subscribe. You can hit the bell and all of a sudden I'm deleted off of YouTube, okay? If that's the case, no worries, because I have your email and I can email whoever I have their email for the newsletter and say, bam, they deleted my YouTube, but here's my YouTube name. Here's my other YouTube name. Here's my X name or whatever. It just really helps me stay in touch with you guys, okay? So we have all that. Oh, okay. So before you get into the horoscopes, these are the rules for the horoscopes, people, okay? The rules of the horoscopes is that you need to look at your sun sign, because it represents your core essence. It represents your identity. It represents what you're physically trying to achieve. Okay. It's your drive. Okay. So that is what we have for Aries. Now, for Aries, for the sun, your sun sign. If you only know your sun sign, that's fine. Go ahead and look at your horoscopes for your sun sign. Moon sign. If you know your moon sign, this is going to be great because this is your emotional world. This is your intuition. This is how you're feeling inside. This is how you are at home, how you are pursuing things emotionally, okay? And Neptune's in Pisces at 29 degrees. So I will really urge you to check on that moon sign, okay? And then rising sign is the last thing that you want to check. It's going to be more accurate with your chart because I do the reading based on a system of your chart, right? In the houses. And it's going to play where it's going to affect your relationship, your work, your home, your health. All that is going to help you. So you want to check all three. Now, before we get into the three, we're going to do a sponsor. And then after that, we'll get into the horoscopes. Hello there, my beautiful souls. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Are you ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level? Introducing Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club, your exclusive getaway to daily insights, cosmic guidance, and so much more for just $4.99 a month. As a member, you'll receive daily readings designed to align your day with the universe's energy. Start each day with clarity and confidence. Do you need a personal reading, or do you want to have your astrology chart read fully? With being a member, you also can enjoy exclusive discounts on all my offerings just for our elite members only, all for just $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. Join Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club today and elevate your spiritual path. Okay, you guys, thank you for staying. Let's get on to the reading. We're going to start with Aries. We always start with Aries because you guys are always first. Okay. Aries, everything I discussed in this video is pertaining to you, okay? The spotlight's on you. The energy is going to happen in your first house, okay? So let's go ahead. I'll do the due diligence and do the chart. I kind of hate trying to keep track of everything because then I forget to change the banner. But we are going to explain everything so you can visually see what's going on in here, okay? Aries, if you can see, this planet, this planet, this planet is all in the house of self. Okay. This is all about you. Okay. Venus is retrograding in there. So you're probably being more selfish than than more than ever. You really want to party. You're having impulsive parties. Okay. You're probably driving fast. You probably are injuring yourself. It's okay. Take your time though and move slow. I'm wondering if you're arguing with people. Okay. The energy of healing the self. This is all about having that healing of what you fear. Okay. And growing from what you heal. Okay. Now you had some energy here during Pisces season and you really felt like, you know what, I don't want to be out in these streets. Okay. I really want to focus on solitude. Actually, I want to be very spiritual. So I really want to tap into God. I want to go to church, or I want to tap into my spirituality. I'm Muslim and I want to go to the mosque. All this could be happening here, and you just finished it. It's going to be finished this week. And now this is the energy of focusing on your new goals, focusing on yourself. You're not focused on the relationships. You're focused on your personal image. Like you might be losing weight, or you might be doing a makeover. Okay. Or you might, I'm going to be a leader of some sort. Okay. This is the energy of yes. This is not the energy of no. Yes. Oh, do you want to start this? Yes. Do you want to go here? Yes. That is the mentality, okay? During Aries season. Fresh start. Everyone's focused on you. The sun is in your first house. Everyone's looking at you, okay, Aries? Let's see what else we have for you. Oh, we have the Ace of Wands, okay? The Ace of Wands is all about sparking new energy, new drive, okay? Yes, this is going to be really good for you. It's like you're really starting a new project. Who keeps calling me? Didn't I send him silent? Hold on. Wait, let me see. I'm on live now. Is there an emergency? Because you called again. Oh, it was an emergency. Okay. Yes. Anyway, this is about new inspiration. Okay. I think that God's going to bring you, not I think, God's going to bring you new opportunities coming your way. This is a new energy, new spark, new drive. God is like, here you go. What you gonna do with all this? It's not even junk inside this trunk. This is new inspiration and new drive. It's very positive for you guys. Okay. So maybe you need to work out. Maybe you need to start that new project. Maybe you need to do it all. But there's a lot of energy, a lot of drive, new initiation. It says creative spark happening. Okay. New ideas, new inspiration. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Taurus, let's see what we got for you, Taurus. Taurus, everything is in that 12th house. The 12th house represents endings. Even though I said for the collective, there's new beginnings, it looks like there's a new beginning of solitude for you. There's a new beginning. Well, it's not even new. It's already been here with the Venus and Mercury entering there. And there's probably been some conflict here. Or maybe there's been a lot of imbalance when it comes to addictions or type of binge watching or some type of insecurity happening for you, because you have that Venus retrograding there and that Mercury retrograding. Now, the sun is going to bring a lot of things that were in the dark for you out into the light, okay? Aries season every year, though, is in your 12th house. So there is this activation of spirituality, or maybe you focusing on private life, or maybe you're like, you know what? This is a time to rest. I don't need to party. You know what? You know what's attractive? Healing myself, okay? And clearing out emotional baggage, okay? This is a time for spiritual growth, letting go, toxic patterns. If you have any type of boundaries or restriction of like not forgiving people, this is a time of releasing that and starting new and starting fresh. Okay. Trust your intuition, clear your space before Taurus season comes, because when the Taurus season comes, it's time for a new chapter. Now we have the moon. The moon is very dark energy, right? It represents the night. It also could represent the subconscious here, and that is what that 12th house represents, the subconscious. But there are things that are very hidden and very secretive, and you probably have a fear for it coming out. During this Aries season, I think you need to be bold of that fear. Whatever it is that you are keeping on the low probably needs to come out, because it's Aries season, okay? This is the unseen, the unknown. It says fears, trusting your intuition, uncertainty, confusion, secrets, and complex. Okay. So I'm thinking, because you have that moon there, okay, and the moon could represent an insecurity of some sort. So you could be feeling an insecurity with the sun in Aries, okay, because this is a sun in Aries placement here. I want you to understand to use your Aries energy to think bold and to be courageous, and maybe even be impulsive and really think about the self. The insecurity, I'm going to pull a card on the insecurity. It's going to be the sun. Oh, the insecurity. We have the Two of Cups. Okay. So the insecurity, it could be based on a relationship of some sort. That is what the Two of Cups is. Or maybe you are not doing what you truly value. What are you truly aligned with? What is your relationship with God? And that will enhance your insecurity into a security. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Gemini. See, I always forget something. I was looking at the chart. Okay, Gemini. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Now, this is all in your 11th house. It's time to party. Okay, the 11th house is all about networking, clubs, future, technology, social life, your friends, your community. Yeah, it's like, okay, you guys, let's get together, let's party, let's have fun. Very impulsive, like maybe you impulsively join a group, maybe you're impulsively networking, but you feel very courageous, or there's like a collaboration, and it's a collaboration about starting something new. Maybe you're going to collaborate something new. And it's also about your future and your hopes and dreams, like really into the future, right? So you could be thinking about some hopes, some dreams here, and you're being very bold and you're taking action. Again, this is the energy of saying yes. And this is the energy of going and joining new circles, starting new networks, joining new clubs. Or just being in something that causes you to be inspired. So it's like if you join a group and it really inspires you. Yes, but it's something new, something you've never done before. Okay, so we have the Death card here. Death card probably seems very negative to a lot of people, but it is not negative. It's actually positive, especially with this placement here. There's a transformation happening here. Whenever something dies, right, it's not really dying, it's reincarnating, and it's a rebirth. This is what this card represents. Symbolic death and rebirth is what it says. It also says big changes. There is going to be a huge transformation happening for you. It's a time to move on. You left this period of Pisces season where it was all on the low and secretive and, just in the dark. And now it's like, oh no, this is a transition, baby. You need to be out here in these streets with these people in a positive way, okay? This is all about ending, letting go, and releasing and starting anew. There is a rebirth happening for you in regards to everything that I said that represents this 11th house, okay? I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Cancers. I'm a Cancer sun, and we are here. It's all about our work, baby. Okay, Cancers. Hello, my Cancers. How are you guys? You guys are so sweet and innocent. I believe you. I believe that you're sweet and innocent. Anyway, Cancers. Aries season is all about your public image, okay? It's upgrading it. I love this because this is about my career too. Okay, Aries lights up the house of career. Okay, and reputation and goals, and it's all serious here. Now, Neptune's going to probably come bring some fogginess in here because Neptune's going to come in Aries. Listen, I already did all these predictions because this is really about myself, and I'm telling you, because we're in this together. Neptune might come and bring some like, oh my gosh, what's going on? I'm confused. I'm lost in the sauce. Get ready for that. But there's no confusion now, but it may be happening. May not. Neptune will be here for a minute, so I'm going to say it is because, we're humans and life happens. Now, Saturn's going to come in Aries this year too. And when Saturn comes in Aries and comes in his 10th house, it becomes very serious. Also, it could represent having a lot of burden. Not burden. It could represent burden, but it also could bring like, now there's a seriousness because now you are in a higher level of responsibility at work. Okay. I'm saying the positive stuff because I believe it will be positive when it comes to your work. But right now we're talking about the sun in Aries, and the sun is going to highlight some news in regarding your career and regarding your reputation and regarding your long-term goals. Okay. There's some impulsiveness here that could be happening. Maybe your image, or you're being very impulsive with your image when it comes to this public stage. Could be good or bad. Okay. But there probably is it lacking harmony? Are you losing a coworker? Are you losing a business partner? That could be happening as well. Okay. Now let's see what we have. But on a positive side, I wasn't showing the chart. But yes, this is the 10th house of career. Okay. Now on the positive side, we have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is all about party. Okay. Celebrations. Also support. Okay. Friendship. There is a collaboration happening for you. Okay, let's see what we have here. Gracious greetings. Thank you. Hello, Kiki. Gracious greetings to you too. Okay. But okay, so when it comes to work, it's going to be very positive. A lot of people, there could be some social events. There's a circle of support happening when it comes to your career. Very positive. Everyone's like, yes, we're here to support you. This is usually a feminine energy too. This Three of Cups is usually like three women together celebrating. So I feel like you might, regardless of what you do for a living, there may be a feminine support, like a bunch of women. You know, it's kind of like a bridal shower, but it's regarding your work or your reputation or your career. While the sun is in Aries, you're going to be celebrated. There's friendship, there's collaborations, there's community, there a place of shared joy. People will be happy when it comes to your work. I love this. Who doesn't love that energy? Okay. So you guys take advantage of this spring equinox. The spring solstice. I always get the spring equinox and solstice mixed up. But the spring new year. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, now we have see, this is why I can't do it all. Leos. Leo. Let's see what we have for you, Leo. Let me put up the chart. Now, Leos, we have all this energy, Aries energy in the 9th house. Okay. This is about a bigger philosophy. This is about a bigger world when it comes to your thoughts. Okay. Time to think bigger. This is a house of optimism. This is a house of adventure. This is a very fiery energy too. So Aries is going to be about a higher mind, learning, expanding. You could be traveling and going somewhere new that you've never been. This is an energy of taking risk and going after a new adventure. Also, this is a house of higher education. There could be something dealing with law too, and you're being very bold and courageous. Or it could be travel, or maybe even something spiritual, like a spiritual growth. Say yes to bold experiences and visionary ideas. Now, Neptune's going to enter this house. Saturn's going to enter this house. Okay. When they enter these houses, you are going to maybe be a little confused, or maybe there's compassion and creativity in regards to your higher education, in regards to thinking big, okay, or your philosophies on life, okay. Now for this Aries season, we have the 7 of Swords. So it looks like there will be some betrayal coming your way, Leos. Be aware of that, because you are dealing with fire energy, and fire energy is usually very positive when it's with fire energy. But it looks like during Aries season that you may have some highlighted energy that people are being deceitful or getting away with something. There's some dishonesty. I wonder if you are being dishonest or someone around you. Also, this could be an energy of being very strategic. Let me see. We have the 6 of Pentacles. This is something. 6 of Pentacles is like a charity. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. Let me see. It's like someone who gave you money is being deceitful. It could be like a religious thing that could be being deceitful, and the sun is highlighting that. But there's some type of deceit or secrets, and it could be something that's giving you something. You're giving and receiving, but there's some secrets or betrayal happening there. Okay. Yes, that is what we have for you, Leos. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Virgos. Let's see what we have for you guys, Virgos. 8th house. Okay, Virgos. This is getting very serious for you guys. Okay, there is a transformation happening for you, Aries season. Okay, like if you're going to therapy during Aries season, it will make sense. Okay, this is all about intimacy. This is also about shared finances, so inheritances, taxes, debts you owe, or money that you share with your husband or a spouse or a partner. This is the energy of shadow work, right? Too. So this is all like what is in the closet. You need to get. It needs to be healed. Okay. So this is a house of taboo and secrets, mysteries too. So things that are very taboo. So like prostitution, a trash man. You know, that is a job of a taboo. But anything that's very taboo, like me being a tarot reader, that's a very taboo occupation. I shouldn't say very, but it's considered that, right? But this is the energy of now the sun is there and it's highlighting it. So these aspects could be highlighting it, and maybe you are facing your fears on things that are taboo. Maybe you're reclaiming your power when it comes to healing and healing yourself. That could be happening. Okay. Emotional healing, maybe you might be saying like, I don't want to share my resources with my partner, or maybe there's something new starting out with taxes or debt, or maybe a new inheritance is coming your way. We have these two planets retrograding in here. So when these planets come back, they'll bring more clarity of what's going on. Let me see. Set boundaries, address money or intimacy. Oh yes, this is a house of intimacy too. That could be having now. The cards for you is Nine of Pentacles. Seems like finances is going to be very positive for you. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is saying blissfulness in money. Okay. So finances are there's abundance, there's luxury, self-sufficiency, self-worth, right? That's what that Aries represents, the self. And maybe you're like, you know what? I can be bad by myself. I don't need you, husband or spouse, financially. Not saying you're divorcing them or breaking up with them, but it's a self-made energy. So there could be some success or rewarded efforts in regarding yourself, or maybe you are achieving something new. But there is something dealing with finances. Who doesn't love to hear that, Virgos? All right. I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, Libras, we have everything, of course, happening in your seventh house because you're the complete opposite of Aries, right? You're sitting on a complete opposite side of Aries. So all this Aries energy is in your seventh house of relationships. Okay. So are you arguing with a partner, a business partner, or you could be single, but there's some type of friend that you could be arguing with here. This represents partnership, one-on-one connections. This is an energy of like you and a therapist, you and an auto mechanic, anyone who you're like, I need your help to work on this. There could be some conflict there because you have Mercury retrograding and Venus retrograding in that sign in Aries. Now, when the sun comes, it's going to bring some new drive. It could bring some new relationships. It could bring a new business partner, maybe contracts, because this could represent contract. This also represents harmony and peace within yourself. Okay, so having some harmony, and this could also be the house of justice. This could be the house of law as well. So all this represents this Aries season. So let's see what else it brings. Okay. It says speak up about what you want, especially with the Venus retrograding, highlighting some relationship patterns here. We have the Ten of Cups. It looks like it's going to be very positive for you and your family with this Aries energy. Whatever is bringing to light is positivity. There's love, there's abundanceness, there's divine love, there's happiness. Yeah. It's going to bring harmony to you. Okay, Aries season. All right, that's very positive. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Libras, let's see what we have for Aries, the sun entering Aries. Okay, now the sun is entering Aries in your sixth house. I want you to understand Neptune this year will be entering the sixth house. Saturn will be entering your sixth house. This is all about either your health, this is about your career, not like career like a business that you own, but like coworkers. This is also your day-to-day habits. This we could dealing with some pets. This is the energy of also healing. Okay, all that is that. So this could be Aries season is going to activate. It's already activating because you have you could be arguing at work, or a relationship at work is an issue, or a coworker at work could be an issue, or you had a party at work and there were some arguments here. This also could be dealing with health and your daily routines, and you probably have to reschedule, or some type of habits is not working with you aesthetically. This is a house of productivity and organization. So all that is going to be highlighted. Wellness, are you working out every day? Are you organized? Maybe you're going to start a new workout routine, and this is your time to really set that off. Okay. Now we have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the Nine of Wands is the card of it's a nine, so it's basically the end. And the Nine of Wands represents perseverance. Okay. Usually this person has a bandage around their head. And hold up one second. Hello? I'm on live. What do you want? What time? Text me the time. Bye. Okay. So this is the Nine of Wands. Sorry about that. Okay, this is the Nine of Wands, right? It's all about persevering, and they're usually bandaged up. So when they're bandaged up, but they're still standing strong. Okay, so this is very Aries energy. Okay, Scorpio, you are the warrior, and no matter what's going on, okay, you cannot give up. You have to persevere in regarding your health. Okay, if your health is like, oh, my health is at its lowest, no, this is a test. Okay, this is the final push. You keep going. You have to have faith. You have to have positivity. You have to use that Aries energy to keep you pushing. Okay, this is about setting boundaries, last stand, close to success. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel drained. However, you have to use that energy to drive and to keep pushing, because this is the end of it. And then it will be a new beginning for you. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius, welcome. I'm a Sagittarius rising. So we love this energy, and it's all about the fifth house. Okay, this could be something with your kids. I have kids. So this could be something with your kids that could be coming up for you. Our Venus in retrograde is showing that, and Mercury in retrograde is showing that. But also, this is about the house of having fun and loving yourself. Okay, because it is about yourself and being really creative and being bold in creativity, being bold with starting something new, with falling in love with life again, and falling in love with having fun, because this is a childlike energy. Okay, there could be some romance happening. You could have a new lover. There is also hobbies. This does represent intimacy too, but this is the energy of children, or you are embracing childlike energy, a creative project. This is the energy of having a passion project and really being adventurous with the passion project. Okay, what else do we have with this? Sometimes I see leadership with this too, as well, because you're really being yourself. Now we have the 10 of wands here, which was funny because the last person was 9 of wands, but the 10 of wands is going to show that this is the end of it. Okay, so whatever issues you could be having, maybe it could be your kids, maybe it could be like a romantic relationship, but this is a heavy weight and it's a heavy burden happening here. And there also could be energy of having extra responsibilities because you decided to do this creative project, this passion project. But this also could be like you're burned out because you got too much to handle, and there's stress and there's exhaustion. And there's like usually sometimes this is like when people have this tarot card and other decks, they're climbing up the hill and carrying this heavy weight. But it's funny because in this card, it's a lady and she doesn't seem that much burden with the weight pertaining to the other pictures that I normally see. She actually seems like she can handle it. So this makes me think that there is going to be some extra weight that you have to carry, but you're strong enough to carry it. Also, this is a 10. 10 means that this is the ending, and now there's going to be new beginnings and there's infinite possibilities. Okay, so look out for that. I'm going to pull another card because you're Sagittarius rising for me. Oh, we have the Fool. Okay. So yeah, this represents new beginnings, which Aries represents. Okay. So yeah, new beginnings, innocence, originality, being fearless. This also represents Aries, right? Having a free spirit, starting anew, fresh hope. Also, there is this innocence energy and not knowing something because you're starting something new, right? There's a chance. You're going to take a chance. You're gambling on yourself. You're going to have a leap of faith. There's new paths. There's spontaneous energy, very optimistic energy because you're not knowing what's going for, what's to come ahead. So it's very positive. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey, Capricorns, welcome. Let's see what we have for you guys, Capricorns. And all the Aries energy is in your house of home, safety, something dealing with your past or your parents. Okay. This is also a sensitive placement. So there could be inner security here. Now this could be something literally dealing with your home, like you're moving into a new home, you're starting fresh with your home, you're redecorating your home because we have that Venus retrograding, and it could be coming back saying, no, I'm going to do this over here. Now Mercury's retrograding at home. So you could be having some fights, really big conflicts at home, or you could be moving. Or maybe there's something healing happening at home. Okay, so the focus is your home life. Something is with your family. Something you could be dealing with your mom, or something with your ancestry and researching something with your ancestry and being bold and like, you know what, I'm not going to be scared of what my roots really come from. Okay, yeah, that could be happening. And yeah. Let's see. This is the energy of protecting, because that Aries is a warrior. So protecting that home life could be happening there too. We have the 8 of Swords here, right? The 8 of Swords is it's not that positive here. So I don't mean to be the downer, but I just want to be honest. This is someone who put themselves in a lot. It's like the insecurity is more involved here, Capricorn, that you are putting yourself in a prison that's not really created. Okay, this is something that's happening in your mind and it's not realistic. This is self-imposed prison thoughts. Okay. This is limiting and negative thoughts. This is victim mentality. You feel trapped. You feel helpless. You feel powerless. You feel like you are the victim. Okay. This is something that you put in your head and it's not realistic of what's going on. Okay. And it's something with your past and in regarding your family and yourself, and it's not true. So you have to take that away, take the blindfold off, and only you can take the blindfold off because it's not really tied around your eyes. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, Aquarius. Let's see what we have for you guys. Now, this is in your third house of communication. All this Aries energy is in the third house of communication, right? And this could be dealing with siblings. This could be learning something new, right? Starting something new. But I think you're going to be really bold when it comes to communicating. You're going to be speaking your mind, be very impulsive with your communications, even with social media that could be happening, social connections. It's a time for you to speak your truth, and you are speaking your truth. Maybe you're starting to write a book. Maybe you're starting to learn something new. This is also, you could be teaching something new too, right? Learning and teaching, they kind of go hand in hand. This is a time that you could be starting a podcast. You could be starting a blog. You could be starting a YouTube channel. All that is there because you're speaking your mind. You're Publishing is more the ninth house, but you are being more like communicative, and whatever that communication form looks like, it's happening here. Now, this is also the house of siblings in your community. So there's something in your smaller world that's happening. It could be dealing with day-to-day travel. Definitely drive slow when you have that Mercury in that house retrograding. We have the Queen of Wands, and you're going to be very independent. You're going to be very social. The social butterfly is what I get for you, Aquarius. Yeah, there's some type of creativity and self-assuredness you have, and you're very optimistic. And I think it's something involving learning and teaching. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. It's very positive. Bye. See you next time. Okay, Pisces, welcome. And let's see, we have this happening in your second house of finances. Okay, all this is happening in your second house, and this planet this year will be going in your second house. So your self-worth is a big deal. Okay, this is about your money, your finances, what you value, what you deem valuable. Okay, so if you are an artist, you deem your hands very valuable, or your creativity very, very valuable. If you are a singer, your throat is very valuable, right? If you are a writer, your writing experience, reading, your whatever tools you use to write, all those things are very valuable. And there is going to be a highlight in that and making money in that. You could be starting to be very bold in making more money. You could be thinking about some bold decisions with money. Now, it's interesting because you may have been gambling of some sort, because this calls for representing stocks. Be very careful for that, but when it stops retrograding, it will be fine. But these planets are retrograding in that. But there's something about money and losing money, and it's redoing and repeating that could be happening. You're talking about your income. This could be a big thing. The sun is highlighting it, so you will have some clarity on this for sure. But you're reevaluating your income streams, and maybe you're raising the prices. Maybe you're going down on prices if you sell something. Maybe you're like, I know my wealth and I need to go up in prices. That could be a thing for you too. We have the King of Swords. This is very positive for you, okay? The King of Swords is clarity here. The King of Swords knows it all, okay? The King of Swords is also highly researched, okay? So this is like intellectual power and truth. And you're going to know some truth about what you deem valuable. What are your resources? Okay, this is authority. This is reason. This is very high standards when it comes to communication too. So this is someone who has integrity with their speech and their words, and whatever it is, the research is going to be done, and the sun in Aries is going to bring high clarity and truth when it comes to what you value. Okay. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed all of that. I will see you guys next time in the next video coming up. It might be done on the books, but then if it's not, it's going to be on the current events. I'm trying to see what the current events are this week. You guys, this week has been major for me in regarding home. Mars in Cancer. It stopped retrograding, stopped post shadow phase retrograding, but it was close to my sun. So I had roof issues, and now it is done. But I basically had to move everything and put it back. And that involved a lot of deep cleaning because it was dust everywhere. But I'm just saying that I'm back. Guess who's back? Packing. You probably didn't notice. I was in my room. It was a lot of junk. Oh, it was horrible. Anyway, but yes, I will see you guys tomorrow. maybe tomorrow or the day after, and it will be either on a current event or it will be on a book video connected to astrology. I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.